Hello everyone, and now welcome to game number 3 in this series between XiaoKai, and Fly. We see XiaoKai spawning as the light blue undead here at the 4 or 5 o'clock position. Meanwhile, Fly has spawned as the purple orc. Orc versus undead in this matchup. We'll see how all of this goes as I now go down to 1 speed. It will be a Blade Master versus a Death Knight matchup. And Kai, this time around, opting to not go for that slower Death Knight. Let's see how all of this is going to come to pass as the Death Knight now needs to make a rush off over here. Is he going to perhaps be able to kill steal and get the kill there? No, it is not. The Death Knight picks up the Claws of Attack +6. And the Blade Master the Death Knight could really be going after the Blade Master instead. But the Blade Master instead gonna go ahead, sell the Scroll of Town Portal, pick up the Circuit of Nobility, and then walk away. I guess that is the closest as you will have to shoplifting. Walks into a store, is completely invisible, and still decides to pay for everything just because that's the right thing to do. Now, what's going to be happening next? Blade Master has the Circuit of Nobility and the Claws of Attack +6, so that +8 damage is very, very close to +20% damage on this Blade Master right now. That Blade Master is very, very powerful, and it will be the job of the Death Knight to try and contain this. Will he be able to do that? That is a very big question as the Death Knight now wanders back. So far, we can see that there are grunts down over here. The Death Knight could try to get a Death Coil onto the grunt to prevent at least some of the healing, as the Blade Master knows that he is being tailed. Blade Master now wanders back around, spots the Death Knight, and are we going to perhaps see a bit of a fight here in just a moment? No, the Death Knight keep on getting glimpses of those grunts. And no, he didn't get a glimpse of those grunts. He's just wondering where exactly his opponent is, and that was a beautiful play by Fly. I can't stress that enough. Fly knows that he needs to creep. If he can creep and get a higher level, he is going to be in a very good spot. Meanwhile, we know that XiaoKai knows that he needs to stop Fly by making sure to constantly run his unit around and also allowing the Death Knight or using the Blade Master to spot the Death Knight. All of a sudden, XiaoKai is just unsure of what exactly to do. You can take a look back over here. The Blade Master is currently sitting at level 2, and now waking up the creeps. The Blade Master needs to sell some items, picks up, I don't know what he picks up. It looks like he sold something. Maybe he picked up Boots of Speed, as he sees another skeletal minion sitting down here. All right. Blade Master may try to pick up even more items, and this is going to be a little bit tricky because the giant sea turtle is going to drop an item, and the Slippers of Agility are right there. Oh, what does he? Oh, he uses the speed scroll and then picks up the Slippers of Agility, and that additional speed scroll is going to allow some of those grunts to actually escape and get away rather nicely. Meanwhile, the Death Knight still sitting at level 2. The Blade Master comes in, and we can still see damage being dealt by both sides. Death Knight still in a little bit of trouble by not getting to level 2, and because of that, those Crypt Fiends just walk so slow without that unholy aura. Skeletal minions doing their best job to try and take down a Voodoo Lounge. That Voodoo Lounge is going to stay up though, unless the Skeletal Warrior can actually deal enough damage. I don't believe it can. Meanwhile, let's take a look back over here. The grunts are just doing a little bit of scouting as well, as the Death Knight is finally being on the aggressive side to try and do a little bit of creeping. The problem is going to be the Blade Master comes in to disrupt once more. There is the Dust of Appearance. Blade Master does get a Windwalk or a critical strike off there, but still unable to do much enough, as the Blade Master now down to 7 hit points and now gets taken down. Death Knight gets to level 2. Blade Master has fallen at level 3, and that is a very big deal. All of a sudden, things have been turned around, upside down. Poor Ghoul, though, taking a little bit more damage than it would have liked. Death Knight needs to wander around here, as we may see Frost Armor be put down onto some of these units. All right, the Lich, if it actually had Frost Nova, that would have been seriously better, as it would have slowed down some of those units. The Death Knight trying to lead the charge, unable to do so. 4 grunts trying to just protect each other, and that squadron formation holds them together well. All right. Crypt Fiends, Death Knight, Lich, all working together. Lich getting frost armor on himself, making sure that he is not easily taken out. Meanwhile, off over here, the Ogre Magi are gonna just completely, what was this, completely wake up? Wait, nope, there you go, there's the wake up, and now we have the engagement. Both sides going after relatively difficult creep camps, but the Tauren Chieftain is going after a very difficult one, a red creep camp with only a handful of grunts. That Forest Troll Warlord will get taken out, dropping Scourge Bone Chimes, an extremely useful item, as all of Fly's units all of a sudden have the ability to regenerate a bit of hit points. Alright, level 2 also sitting on that Tauren Chieftain, and that 10% Vampiric Aura is just going to show itself consistently, healing 2 to 3 hit points per attack. Meanwhile, the Death Knight is sitting at level 2, has a potion of invisibility in addition to the frost armor. Not quite sure what he expects to do here. He's doing a little bit of scouting. Perhaps he notices the Scourge Bone Chimes and knows that his opponent is currently going after that creep camp here. Death Knight may try to steal the kill here. No, he does not, as the Tauren Chieftain gets to level 3 instead. That is a big deal once more, as the Death Knight is actually lower in level than the second hero of the Orc army. Alright, Death Knight still needs to figure out what exactly it wants to do. Meanwhile, you can see the Lich is sitting at level 1, and even with the Blade Master taken out, I do believe that Fly has the advantage. Alright, Fly picking up what looks to be the Blade Master. Yeah, Blade Master already back into play, using up a Clarity Potion once more. Meanwhile, the Death Knight doing his best Blade Master interpretation, as he may try to pick up this item here. The invisibility is still not broken yet, so the Blade Master, or the Death Knight, if he can get into position right here, should be in a very, very interesting spot. Can he get this kill? That is a very, very big if. Oh, gets the kill, gets the item, and now runs away. Tauren Chieftain stomps and misses, and that was huge. That Death Knight calculated the timing of that Death Coil absolutely perfectly. That was a very small window, as it does take, or there is a casting animation to Death Coil. The Death Knight raises up his Rune Blade as he's swinging towards it, and as he started to cast it, that turtle was actually above 100 hit points. Beautifully done. The Death Knight now back into the swing of things, also by stealing that potion of greater healing. That Death Knight is going to be a little bit more difficult to take out, because the Death Knight now has a way of healing himself, while the Death Knight can heal the other units of the Undead army as well. Alright, not quite sure why all of those units ended up backing off right there. Let's go ahead and take down some units. Gargantuan Sea Turtle gonna get taken out. There is a Tome of Agility, Pyrrhupt of Vitality left behind as well. Lich now sitting at level 2. And with this, we do have a bit of a game, as long as Fly does not get to level 4 on both of those heroes. If Fly gets to level 4 on both of those heroes before the Death Knight and the Lich can do a little bit of catch-up, that will be extremely bad news. XiaoKai is already a little bit behind here, and he cannot allow this, well, I guess the difference between these two armies and these heroes to continue to grow. Blade Master still keeping track of everything. Rada Necromancy. Lich does have that Orb of Corruption, that all-powerful Orb of Corruption, as we're looking at the Blade Master. And there you go. There is some damage there. What's going to be happening? The Frost Nova onto that Kodo Beast. Kodo Beast needs to be focused down very quickly, and it does get taken out rather fast. Blade Master. All right, Blade Master going after a ghoul. Takes him down. Meanwhile, Destroyers are up in the air, and this battle is going to be a very, very strong sign of who's going to win. Tauren Chieftain comes in with the perfect storm. Also has a Wand of Mana Stealing, and is going to get to level 4. All right, who's going to get focused down next? It looks as though another stomp does come in, and the Destroyers are really, really trying to just win out this fight. Grunt after grunt is going down, and the Troll Headhunters are getting focused down as well. With no more Troll Headhunters, all of a sudden the Destroyers have pretty much free reign to go after all of the ground units. All right, let's take a look. Is this Destroyer down to 42 hit points going to stay alive? It looks like it will be able to, as the Raider finally ensnares down the Destroyer, and it takes it out as well. The Death Knight did not have enough mana, unfortunately, as there is another stomp coming in. Dark Ranger falls at level 1. What was that? Lich now, oh, Dust of Appearance. Are we going to see an Unburrow in time? I believe the Unburrow was absolutely perfect on point as the Death Knight. I don't know if he came out the winner or the loser in that fight, though. 36 over 60 compared to 46 over 70. Add in the fact that there was a stronger economy by Fly, and Fly does have the advantage. Death Knight now looking to go after the giant sea turtle. Death Knight did end up using the potion of healing that he stole in that previous fight, so that is a big deal as well. The items now definitely favor the Blade Master and that Tauren Chieftain. You can see the Scourge Bone Chimes, Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, and a very, very strong Blade Master who will get to level 4 once you finish up this Goblin Merchant Camp. Oh, Tauren Chieftain may even get to level 5. Does he spot the tome? Yes, he does, and very, very close now to level 5. Death Knight, Lich, sitting at level 3. So level 4, level 3 compared to level 4, level 4. There's the Ensnare, and this is where Orc players just generally run away with the game. The Orc players are able to pull back the creeps a little bit, ensnare them once they try to walk back. Oh, actually tanking a lot more damage than I would have expected. All right, Warsong Battle Drums. I'm adding in Command Aura, Endurance Aura, and Vampiric Aura. I can't imagine many more auras that you would want on a melee army short of Unholy Aura for that faster movement speed. So looking very, very strong here. Dust of Appearance not revealing anything at all. Meanwhile, Destroyers finishing off this creep camp. Lich now sitting at level 3. Death Knight sitting at level 4 also has a Potion of Greater Healing in addition to that Potion of Mana that he grabbed earlier. All right. I still believe the economic advantage of Fly is just going to start to run away here. You can see 50 over 60 by XiaoKai. Meanwhile, Fly sitting at 65 over 80. So I guess it's a 60 versus 50 army is really how it boils down to because of the extra workers. All right, one Orc Burrow now down. Scroll of Town Portal now coming into play. Are we going to see that Orc Burrow get taken down? Yes, we are. I don't know if that was perfect timing or not, but Fly ends up losing that there, and now we see one skeletal minion getting taken out. All right. It looks like Kai is going to be ready to go into next upkeep in just a second. You can see that the Destroyers are going to try and creep out this Forest Troll creep camp. Forest Troll Warlord creep camp, and it needs to happen quickly. All right. Armor onto that Lich. Lich grabbing some additional skeletons for Dark Ritual in order to get more mana. Nicely done there. Death Knight still sitting at level 4, and I'm still curious if the XiaoKai can make anything happen in these next few minutes. Tome of Knowledge quickly turned around and picked back up. Very, very nice item there as we're looking at the Wind Rider. All right, Blade Master wandering around between locations. Dark Ranger looking all right so far. Gonna go after the Ogre Warriors quickly. Frost Novaing. I was not expecting that at all. But then again, the Lich does in fact have that all-important Dark Ritual. As you can see, oh, Frost Armor, beautiful timing once more. And now that we have so many Wind Riders, the Wind Riders are going to be very, very problematic. Are we going to actually see Gargoyles to try and counter? Wind Riders deal so much piercing damage to Destroyers, and even though the Destroyers have more hit points, they just do not compete in sheer damage output. All right, Sacrificial Pit has been completed. A couple of more items were added. No, picking up a Scroll of Town Portal. The Death Knight was forced to use that Potion of Mana earlier to, I guess, save a Crypt Fiend. And we are now looking at a level 4, level 3 compared to a level 5 and a level 4. Oh, the lesser dark minions are just constantly putting pressure onto this Voodoo Lounge, and that's got to be annoying for Fly. Fly may end up losing this Voodoo Lounge here in just a moment with all of these free minions that don't really do much. All right, Death Knight may be forced to use a Potion of Invulnerability. Are we going to see a Death Coil? No, we do not. There is, in fact, a stomp onto the Lich as we are now looking into a bit of a fight here. Ensnare onto the Destroyer. Destroyer going to easily get taken down once more. as the Ensnare plus the Wind Riders are equaling a whole bunch of dead destroyers here. Another destroyer going to get focused down there in just a second. And with that, I believe the game is now over. Fly being able to take down 2 destroyers without costing him anything, that was a very big deal. Dark Ranger now sitting at level 3. But is it going to really amount to anything at all? XiaoKai down to pretty much 3 heroes and a Crypt Fiend. We see a web there on the Wind Rider. Not enough units. And it looks like, oh, can we take down that poor Wind Rider? The Wind Rider, does get taken down. And now the Lich gets to level 4. Level 4 means an additional Frost Nova level, perhaps? Since it did go Dark Ritual, Frost Armor, all of that. Now getting finally to level 2 Frost Nova, that will help out, but he does need a lot more. Well, what does he need more of? He needs more skeletons for more mana. Fly still easily getting a lot of gold off of this base, and that is still the problem. You can see starting gold 12,000 gold, so there's about a 3,000 gold difference between these 2 armies in general. Overall, Blade Master gonna get to level 5 now. Tauren Chieftain purposely staying back, but I don't think it would have really mattered. Fly was so close to level 5 anyways, as we see him just now get to level 5 with a potion of invulnerability. Only 1 creep camp on the map left, and that is one that will probably not get crept out at all. A little bit too far for XiaoKai, and no reason for Fly to invest the time to do so. He already has the economic advantage, and he already has 2 level 5 heroes that cannot gain any more experience. I believe the next fight will be the one to just be all end all, as Fly has a much larger army, sitting at 80 over 80 compared to 48 over 70. He has the economic advantage, he has the army advantage, and he has the hero advantage, the full trifecta that you need in order to determine if you're going to win, or pretty much win that upcoming battle. Short of some uber micro coming in from XiaoKai, I cannot imagine what's going to be happening here, or if there's any real way to come back into this game. Wind Riders are not upgraded. Troll Berserkers are not upgraded in terms of their attack. And here we go. Here's the attack. Sacrificial Pit. Are we going to perhaps see a couple of webs now go down? Raiders. All right. Quick Frost Nova onto the unit there. Tauren Chieftain gets absolutely silenced, but then able to use a potion of invulnerability, and now will be able to stun once. All right, there is another stun here. The Troll Berserker is also dealing a bit of extra damage as well. Death Knight being forced to use the Scroll of Town Portal to just pick up and move everything just a little bit. Death Knight now uses the potion of healing, and he is trading rather well at this point, but it's still not going to be enough. Blade Master gets to level 5, Potion of Healing. Blade Master is still sitting right there. And are we going to see another? Yes, we do see another stomp. Potion of Invulnerability could go down on the Lich. And yes, there it goes. Potion of Invulnerability on the Blade Master still. Dark Ranger has it. There's the Death Coil. There goes another unit. Blade Master now finally loses the Potion of Invulnerability. But is it going to be enough? Blade Master now going after the units. Death Knight unable to get the Death Coil off. And there goes the Lich. Are the Blade Master? Blade Master, oh! Dodges the Death Coil with a Scroll of Town Portal, and there is the GG. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Even if the Blade Master had gone down, I do think XiaoKai would have given the GG right then and there. He knew that he could not recover. He just wanted to get that dirty Blade Master. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.